Hello friends, here we will see an essay written by Northrop Frye. This essay named as Archetypes of Literature. Let us discuss essayist Northrop Frye and his interested areas. He is a Canadian literary critic and a theorist also. He introduced a new word as garrison mentality in his essay for the first time. Word is not only indicated this work in the sense archetypes of literature, it is up to all Canadian work. Started a new concept named archetypal criticism in Canadian literature. This is a main theme of archetypes of literature work also. I publish a book named as Anatomy of Criticism. Here he introduced the same concept of essay, archetypes of literature. The work Archetypes of Literature is a basic theory. This theory was in basic form, but it is developed and generalized by our essayist Northrop Frye in his work Anatomy of Criticism. Later, he published as a book. So, this essay is named as Precursor Essay. Because the same concept what used in this essay, later it was published as a book in the name of Anatomy of Criticism. Archetypal criticism is not coined or introduced first time by Northrop Frye. Previously, archetypal patterns in poetry. This is a book written by Maud Bodgin, and he used this word for the first time. But when Frye uses this concept in his essay, this got name and fame. This way, Northrop Frye's this work received great attraction from all the readers. Let's go to essay. Before you did not subscribe my channel, please subscribe. This essay basically introduces the new word archetypal criticism. In the sense, what is archetype? Initial stage of the essay, essayist explains what is archetypal criticism. Next we will see what is archetype. Archetype is a word derived from two Greek words, arche in the sense beginning, typo in the sense model. Combining both words as arche and typos, it forms like beginning model. Archetype in the sense beginning model or a pattern is visible in different themes and images, actions and characters. We clarify this point through an example. Shakespeare's famous drama, among them Romeo and Juliet, also received great name, include an eternal love story. Same sort of stories we will see in many films, stories or storybooks or short stories. Most of the time the characters are the same. In few cases, characters may not be same, but lines are same. Here Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet story or novel works as the base of all long narrative stories or films or short films or stories. Form used in many stories or many forms as recurrent or repeated. Same thing happens from many centuries. The same thing is called as archetypes in literature. Focus on the originality of archetypes. It came from many ancient years. We understood what is archetype. Archetype in the sense the same base or the source used many times, many repeatedly or recurrently in the form of characters, signs, actions, dialogues or lines. The identifiable work in different religion, myth and even in dreams also. We will see few examples on archetypes. If we read few stories, there mainly we focus on the characters, the hero, wise man, star-crossed lovers. We see repeatedly same characters in different stories. Repeated usages named as archetypes. If we see themes of any work, mainly we observe birth, death and quest. If we focus on symbols, water, light and desert. Thus, red, green and black. In theme we saw one theme is quest. What is quest? The main character or the protagonist of the story, he searches his own destination by many strugglings. Example, myth in the life of Fisher. This way we understood what is archetype. Now we will see what is archetypal criticism. Archetypal criticism in the sense it criticize or interrupt any work. Used to analyze any work in the sense focusing on recurring myths and archetypes. Uses many characters, images, actions or signs to find meaning. Typal criticism in the sense the characters, the myths, or the archetypes, what are found in different works. We should find out all those and we should critically analyze those. It is called as archetypal criticism. While analyzing those, it should have its hidden meaning or one core subject. Includes structural criticism as well as historical criticism. While analyzing a work, we should focus on the structure of the work. When we focus on the structure of the work and criticize, it is named as structural criticism. We see structural analysis. Structural criticism is depend upon another text. It is named as historical criticism. This way, essayist says archetypal criticism includes structural criticism as well as historical criticism. Important archetypal criticism poets are Wilson Knight, Robert Grave, and Joseph Campbell. According to Northrop Frye, focus should be on the work, not the writer. Here he stands along with the new criticism. He says the work is important than the writer or his background. It need not to give any importance to the writer or the author rather than the text. Text plays important role or dominant role or it acts like a supreme power. In the same way, criticism also depend upon work, not the writer who writes those work. Frye suggests to the author even author should not add his personal experience, personal comments or review on his work. He continues and says he should maintain objectivity. He should give the supreme power to his work. An author is a just mediator. Instead, he is not attracting or manipulating the audience or the readers from the text. Author can use some peculiar symbols in his work but need not to criticize on that basis to him. Criticism is not related to writer's biography. Archetypal criticism is depend upon structure of the work. It says here any literary work's criticism it should not be in isolated manner. Criticism the criticizers keep a book or a work separate than other and they start analyzing and criticize on it. But archetypal criticism they compare and they go through with other works. Along with other works, they criticize a particular work. Northrop Frye in his essay mainly focus on two approaches, inductive and deductive approach. Inductive approach in the sense, in a work, if it is a particular truth, it goes to a generalization. Example, in Othello drama, the protagonist has jealous fate, makes negative impact on him. In the same way, the same thing generalization in the sense, jealous feel is not good for one's success. It is called as inductive approach. Deductive approach, vice versa happens, general to particular. Typal criticism gives importance to inductive approach in the sense particular truth to generalization. Many myths created from our natural pattern they are is nature governed by pattern. For example, seasons, water cycle, etc. Second point, humanize natural phenomena into various rituals. There are many rituals celebrated from human which is related to human, actually natural phenomena. We take our folk rituals which is related to directly the nature. Various rituals in celebrations, especially songs, singing during harvest, it shows the human connection, the close connection with the nature. According to novelists, these are all one myth. These myths leads towards a literary form. These myths divided into four categories: comedic myth, comedy and romance, In tragic, tragedy and satire. Each literary genre connected to each season. Hence related to spring. Tragedy relates to autumn. They are related to winter. Here, essayist explains about five spheres. They are human world, animal world, vegetation, mineral, and water. Each world divided as comedy and tragedy. Here we see as exceptional, neutral archetypal criticism also. Main drawback of archetypal criticism is little use of materialistic theory. Example, Marxist, feminist, post-colonial theory. These all used very less in this concept. Archetypes of literature. It is an essay written by Northrop Frye. This essay's explanation finished here. If you like this explanation, please let me know in the comment box. Also hit like button and subscribe channel. Thank you one and all.